Hi there and welcome to the Introduction to PebblePad instructional video. So this is perhaps for a lot of you the first time that you'll be using PebblePad. So we're trying to make it as simple as we can for you to access your tutorial workbook, which leads you to a lot of your assessment items. So in order to get into your PebblePad account, which has been created for you, come into your Blackboard login screen, and obviously you'll see the announcements there. But if you come across here to the PebblePad link in the navigation and click on that, you'll be taken directly to the page where the PebblePad access is. You'll have probably also found this because in this space underneath you'll see where this video link is for you. All you need to do to get into your PebblePad account is to just click here on the PebblePad access link and you'll be straight in. If you're off Blackboard or want to bookmark, another way to get in is this pebblepad.com.au/USC. So I advise you to bookmark that and you can log in there with your USC username and password, and this account remains free for you even after graduation. So it's a great resource to be able to keep your portfolio going. So right now we're just going to click into here and go straight into our account. Okay, so when you've opened your account, you may get an initial splash screen if it's the first time you've used it, just pointing out where things belong. But after that, this is pretty much the screen that you'll be seeing in your PebblePad account. This is your home screen. So what we have for you is a workbook that's been made for you, which is a resource that you can use throughout your semester. So resources live here in the Tools and Resources area, and you've got what's called a Resource Centre. You can also get there, that star icon obviously corresponds to the star icon here, to the Resource Centre, so two ways to get into that. So if I click up here, you'll see we're in our Resource Centre. You'll see that you've got a couple of tabs here, By Me, For Me, etc. When things have been created for you, they're going to be here under the For Me heading. So if you click there, you'll see here that you've got a workbook. And if you expand that column, you can see that it's obviously for this subject. And you can also double check it's come at you from the semester 2 2015. So that's the one we want to use. Just click on that once. A word of warning, and this is something to remember as you're using Pebble all semester, don't double click anything in PebblePad when you're trying to open it. It doesn't behave the way that other programs do. So just single click and always use the menu down the bottom here to then do the next step. So at the moment what we want to do is we're going to click on it, as I said, just once, and then click the Use button, which will open the workbook. You will then get this notification that this asset will be set to automatically submit once it is saved. That's an important point. You do need to save it. It won't save by itself. You'll be prompted to save if you do forget. So what this means is it's going to automatically submit itself to a workspace. However, that doesn't mean it's finalized. You can keep editing this all the way through the end of the semester, and each time you save, it updates that for you automatically in the submission area. So it's a live document right up until cutoff point, which is at the end of semester. So what you need to do here is just agree to that condition and continue, and that's one of your conditions of assessment for the course. So when it opens, you'll see, and I'll just move it up. Unfortunately, you can't make this wider, but you can make it longer for your screen. So now you've opened it up and you can see that you've got tabs here for the weeks of activities and for following along with your lecture learning activities and your tutorial as well. So when you come through tab by tab, you can have a look at the content that's there, make yourself some notes, and always remembering at the top up here to save before you exit. So I'm going to save that now. Notice that I have a notification that pops up down here saying that my asset has been successfully accepted. That's because as soon as I saved it, it has submitted into the workspace area for me. So now I can close my workbook. Okay, so now everything's closed down. You've found your workbook, you've opened it, used it, it's successfully automatically submitted, and you've saved and closed it. In the next video, you can have a look at where you go to find it next and some other hints and tips.